Namaste everyone and welcome back to Raleigh, Nepal. I'm Alex and I'm still here at the Volunteer Manager Training Centre in Patan in Kathmandu, and I've been here since the 17th, so almost 2 weeks now. Loads of stuff has happened, but in the last couple of days the volunteer managers and I have gone on our practice trek. So obviously the first part of the programme is a 19-day trek. So to practice this and to make sure that all the volunteer managers understand what's needed and how to run these kind of treks, we did little practice runs to make sure everyone was happy. So that was 2 days ago. We left for the practice trek and we left at about 6 a.m. And we stopped off at a different site that we have to pick up all of our group kit. So the group kit is things like the gas stove, jugs, bowls, jerry cans to carry water, bungee cords, food, all these kind of things that the whole group is going to need on the trek. So we picked up all that stuff, and then about midday we headed off on our trek. So it was about a 4-hour walk uphill, so it's pretty strenuous, and it was during the midday heat as well, so it's glorious weather, but when you're walking, it's pretty hot. But it was amazing walk. I think it took about 4 hours until we reached our campsite. And then when we got to the camp, it was kind of just all about working out how, if we were with our adventurers, how we would delegate tasks, what tasks needed to be done, all these kind of things. So for instance, the digging of the long drop, the collecting of water, the collecting of firewood, the setting up of the fire safety, the cooking, setting up of the tents, obviously that's an important one. So it's basically just a practice run, just to make sure that everyone was happy with all the different tasks, how many people were needed for each task. At first we thought only 2 people could set up the tents, but by the end we realised that we really need like 6 people setting up the tents. The importance of each of the tasks, so collecting water is obviously the first port of call, collecting firewood, you want to kind of get all these tasks done before it gets dark. Everything went really smoothly. The weight of the packs was a little bit of an issue, I think, for some of us. I have never done it before, so making sure that your pack isn't too heavy. We only did it for 4 hours, and in the real thing we're going to be trekking for 19 days, so making sure you're comfortable with the weight of your pack. Knowing how to delegate all the group kit was a big issue that kind of came up. You don't want to have some people with a pack really heavy and someone else who's not carrying any group kit. You want it to be fair. So kind of all these kind of issues and tasks we discussed, but it went really well. And then at the end we had a little campfire, roasted some marshmallows, obviously everyone's favourite camp activity. So it went really well. And then obviously the next day packed everything up, and we headed back down, and then we drove back to Patan, back to our volunteer manager training centre. Next couple of days we are going on our visit to our community. So in the community phase, we're in slightly different groups and we go live in our community for around 6 weeks. So we are doing that tomorrow. We get to go to our village, and we've been allocated our groups, and we get to go and talk to the locals. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do when we're in the village, things like risk assessments, working out the layout of the village, so we'll be drawing maps perhaps, checking out our shelter, our accommodation while we're there, making sure everything's still in one piece, meeting locals, talking to the beneficiaries of the houses, all these kind of things. So there's lots and lots to do while we're on our pre-departure visit. So that is tomorrow. So still lots to do. Thought I'd talk a little bit about the food as well. I absolutely love my food, and I think everyone's been joking around because every time I have lunch or dinner I have 2 helpings, but it's really lovely. We've been eating something called dal bhat meaning rice and dal meaning lentils, so it's basically just loads of rice and vegetables. It's absolutely delicious. But yesterday when we were having dinner we had this chutney thing that I'd never seen before. It was kind of carrots and cucumbers and onions and potatoes and mustard seeds and garlic all together, but it had kind of a sticky texture to it on the outside. I wasn't quite sure what it was. So I asked them, and it is this little fruit called a lapsy. We do not have these in England. I've never seen one of them before. So I thought that was pretty cool. A lapsy fruit, also known as the Nepali Hog Plum, I believe it's called. They're really sour when you eat it. I tried one just like this, and it's kind of really sour. But they're used in chutneys and pickles and fruit tarts, these kind of things. And Depeche, who is one of the other volunteer managers, told me that when you're tired, a lot of the time you take the skin off and you can dip it in some salt and sugar and eat it, and it's kind of like a big kick, kind of wake you up. Rather than a coffee, have a lapsy covered in sugar. Well, I thought that was quite fun. As far as I know, they're kind of native to Asia, Japan, India, China, Nepal, but not in England. So yeah, cool. So that's me for now. I will do another vlog when we are back from our village, visit to our village, which will be there for 3 days. So I will let you know how that goes. Bye for now. Namaste.